Welcome back, everybody. We've made it to June. How was your Memorial Day? Did you enjoy the weather? I hope so. I know we did. We were out in the yard doing all sorts of neat stuff. Well, here we are. We finally get to put away all those shapes and get into probability, the final 3 weeks of school. We get to play Yahtzee, we get to play with some dice, we get to play some cards, and we get to actually predict outcomes. But before we do that, we have a lot of different shout outs for this week, and we're going to be starting with Mafia achievers, but we have one special shout out this week, and I thought we should dig out the drums for that, right? Okay, let's get started with our Mafia achievers. Kaiten Blankenagel, Alexis Brent, Clay Contois, Claire Darlin, Valen Magala, Morgan Reliance, Jackson Knoll, Cam Odell, Javier Thorne, and Maya Weston Scow. In period 5, Kristen Barnett, Alyssa Granados, Kylie Heiner, Carlene Nolan, and Jack Rookdy. Now don't forget, we have that challenge going on. If you can complete all of the shapes module and all of the probability module, you get an A for the semester. And people that did at least 2 workspaces or more, special shout out to extra workspaces. We should do our drum roll, shouldn't we, huh? We want to thank Kaiten Blankenagel, Claire Darlin, Xavier Thorne, Kylie Heiner, Carlene Nolan, and Jack Rookdy for extra workspaces. They went over and above. So, special shout out to them. And then, because of the challenge, when we talk about people that go over and above, Ash Quintana actually completed all of Mafia. So a special round of applause for Ash Quintana and all the work done to complete Mafia. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, now let's go to our class participants. All right, so in period 4, Isabel Bennett, Alexis Brandt, Courtney Brown, Nathan Bryan, Abby Crimps, Claire Darlin, Theo Gepetti, Sarah Gonzalez, Nathan Hansen, Colin McBride, Valen Magala, Quinn Moses, Reliance Morgan, Jackson Knoll, and Xavier Thorne. In period 5, Maya Eckel, Alyssa Granados, Kylie Heiner, Hannah Lee, Arthur Lucan, Devin Martin, Carlene Nolan, Ashley Ohl, Sarah Altman, Ash Quintana, Jack Rookdy, and Teddy Weston. Now you're going to notice these letter Y's. What are those letter Y's for? Okay, when we get into probability, we're going to be playing Yahtzee. And the A cohort, because of the way the days fall on Memorial Day, they got to start playing dice early. So we have a special shout out for those folks that led the class in playing Yahtzee. And those shout outs go to Xavier Thorne, Alyssa Granados, Carlene Nolan, and Ashley Ohl. We thank you for your participation in making Yahtzee more exciting. All right, great week for shout outs. Thank you. Mr. Miller and I both appreciate the energy that you're bringing. Now, with every new topic, there's got to be vocabulary. So you can see the new posters, you look around the room, there's even a poster back there with donuts on it. What the heck? National Donut Day? June 5th? Ah, okay. Now, sample space. What is the sample space? What does that mean? Well, think about it. We have a deck of cards. We know the sample space for a deck of cards is the deck of cards. If there's a normal deck of 52 cards, the sample space is the 52 cards. New vocabulary term. Are these acts are these things that happen when I draw the 9 of clubs. Is that independent or dependent vocabulary? Compound events. What does it mean to have multiple things happening? How do we calculate that? The fundamental counting principle. What is that? Outcomes, and then given statements. Given a box of chips, what is the probability that you would pull out a Doritos? All right? So let's have some fun the last 3 weeks of school. It's all about Yahtzee. It's all about rolling the dice. It's all about playing cards and predicting outcomes. All right? So without further ado, I think we should just get together and actually play some games, and right in the middle of playing those games, stop and say, what was the likelihood of that happening? Got to do some math, right? Remember, the whole idea of math is to relate the real world with numbers, to try to make sense of it. Okay, so let's have a great week. It was Memorial Week. We've only got 4 days of school. We're all going to get our own set of dice. We're all going to get our own set of playing cards, and we're going to roll till the end of the year. Get it? Have a great week, everybody.